Well, another weekend, you know what that means? It's time for the box office reporter. And this time, we'll talk about F1 and underperformed the box office, which is none other than M3GAN 2.0. And I don't want to know why this film is a flop because I swear to God, if I hear any reason why this film is a flop, it's because it's a female lead movie, just like Ballerina. Yeah, I'm gonna be done with the movie industry because I'm sick of tired of that freaking reason. And no, I am not a simp. Hello, fellas. What the search? My name is Nick Hicks, do your lounge here. So, doing to the weekend is coming to a close because tomorrow is gonna be Monday. Well, the main reason why I say the weekend is coming to a close is because that Sunday is almost over today, and tomorrow will be Monday. So, next weekend will be continue. So, tonight. As I said, tonight we're about to do another box office reporter. Last time we talked about 28 years later and the box office underperformed, which is another area. Now let's talk about F1 and M3GAN 2.0. And I got a lot to say about M3GAN 2.0, and I got a little to say about F1. So let's talk about F1, which is the same director who brought you Top Gun Maverick, which is my favorite film that came out 3 years ago. So F1 is set to overperform at the domestic box office after earning $10 million from the premiere. And the film is now tracking to earn $50 million and $60 million on an opening weekend domestically, which honestly, I thought this film is going to flop because this film have caused $300 million, which I don't understand why Apple TV keep on doing this nonsense because they did the exact same thing to Carol the Flower Moon, which is a Paramount movie, and Argyle, which is underrated, and I do not care what some people said, but if you don't like it, I can hear your opinion. But for me, I really enjoy the film, and I do not care what some people said. Like some, not a lot, just some. But once again, I can hear your opinion. I don't want to be like Alex. So, back I was saying. So this film has spent $300 million. Like, you know what that means? Which I'm literally thinking that this film might be a flop. But I was really shocked and speechless after I saw this box office, which I thought this film was going to flop because this film has spent $300 million. But yeah, I think the internet is kind of wrong with the budget, honestly. So I need to keep an eye with that. So yeah, I am so glad that F1 is kind of like a box office hit because honestly, this is a racing movie for crying out loud. And of course, you got the director who made one of the best films of 2022, which is than Top Gun Maverick. Yup, I just think it's even better than Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and I do not care what some animation fans said. So yeah, no offense. So, and honestly, great news. F1 opened with $144 million worldwide, and this film has become one of the biggest opening of any original film in the recent decade. That is pretty dope. That is pretty awesome. And I am so freaking glad that this film is a hit. Well, even this film have spent $300 million, but honestly, I don't want to keep my hope up because you already know that this box office is going to turn into like the Final Awakening. Because when the Final Awakening came out, that film got a lot of money. And after the days later when Leo and Stitch keep on playing, and a lot of customers want to saw Leo and Stitch more than the Final Awakening. Yeah, I think the Final Awakening is taking the Dead Awakening box office 2.0. So I think F1 is going to be it's going to be like the box office like Ballerina, Thunderbolt, or New the Avengers, and of course the Final Awakening. So don't keep your hope up. I already know this film is the biggest opening for any original film. However, who knows? This film might be a flop, but when you look at this, not for a long shot. And of course, F1 already crossed $60 million globally, and this film had a $200 million budget. Dude, I thought it was $300 million, and now they spend this film $200 million. Yeah, you better hope that this film will stay as a hit, because I swear to God, if this film become a flop just like The Final Awakening, yeah, you're going to be wasting that director who made one of the best film of the century in his career, which is none other than Top Gun Maverick. And sorry, if you haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, what are you doing? Top Gun Maverick it's got to be one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies, so let's hope The Final Awakening will be even better than Top Gun Maverick, which I seriously doubt that, because I don't want to copy Mature's opinion, so yeah. Anyway, and this film got a 83% on Rotten Tomato for the critic, and this film got a 97% for the audience. So if I go on vacation, I really hope to goodness that I will go see this film with Marcus. Like, I really hoping I can see this film on 4DX, which this will be my very first 4DX movie I ever watch. But I seriously doubt that because I've been busy in life, so that's proves my point. And this film got a way better rating on IMDb more than M3GAN 2.0, and I'll get to that very shortly. Yeah, this film got a 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb. I'm very sorry I didn't hook up that IMDb website just right now because I was just being a lazy mode, so I just want to get my video over with. So that's my video is kind of unscripted, but I'm trying my best not to make it unscripted. So if you haven't seen F1 the movie, I highly recommend you play the video game and then you can watch the movie. And honestly, I didn't even know that the fact that this film is based on the video game. So if they release a PS5 version of F1, I will definitely get it and I will play it and I'll tell you guys my opinion about it. And for M3GAN 2.0, yeah, this review is stink like a poop. Yeah, this film got a 57% on Rotten Tomato for the critic. Like, how on earth that we go to the first film? How on earth we go to a 93% and now we go to the 57%? It's because it's just pushing female agenda. It's a female lead movie. Shut the frick up. I do not want to hear any of the wokeness in the M3GAN movie. Like, come on, this is a M3GAN movie. This is a horror action movie trying to be like Terminators in horror comparison. Like, I don't want to hear any wokeness. Okay, first I heard about a wokeness in every Marvel film. And second, I kind of hear the wokeness in the Frozen movie, which I seriously doubt that. And you better not. Dude, I swear to God, if I hear any people say Frozen 2 woke, I swear to God, you're going to be like Jimmy for Geeku Gamer and Alec 2.0. So, guys, go support Frozen 2, and Alec and Jimmy, go fuck yourself. Well, not my friend Jimmy. No, I'm talking about Jimmy for Geeku Gamer, which he is very, very heartless. Especially that he was happy that people lost their job because of gaming. Yeah, it shows how cruel this world is. This world is sick. Well, let's not say that again. So, M3GAN 2.0, once again, it got a 57% on Rotten Tomato for the critic, and this film got a 84% for the audience. How's that embarrassing that this film did not get a hot audience reward? F1 got a way better Rotten Tomato score more than M3GAN 2.0. Oh, for crying out loud, because I should not even listen to Rotten Tomato because this is the same website who gave Cutie a really fresh rating. It is really disgusting anime gore. Anyway, yeah. And this film is no better on IMDb. Yeah, this film got a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Which I'm really thinking M3GAN movie is not the powerful IP on IMDb, because I think IMDb don't even care about M3GAN movie, honestly, at this point. But to be honest, I like a M3GAN movie. Well, the only character I did not like in that movie was none of the neighbors. The neighbor was very heartless, and her death scene is really gruesome. So, yeah. And honestly, and I will watch a rated R cut on this Halloween. So, yeah. And so, yeah, I got a Blu-ray of it, and this one is glow in the dark. So, when it get dark out in my bedroom, my Blu-ray of M3GAN always glow in the dark. So I'm really hoping they will do that in every single Blu-ray. Like Frozen 2, it would be a lot better. Like seeing Elsa go in the dark. Okay, we're going to cut that out. Whoa. Anyway, let's talk about the box office of M3GAN 2.0. Yeah, this is giving me a ballerina vibes, and that is not good. M3GAN 2.0 earned $17.2 million on the dip. Let me try again. M3GAN 2.0 earned $17.2 million on a global box office opening weekend, and the film have a budget of $25 million. I gotta say, this film is a lot cheaper than F1, because F1 have spent $200 million for racing, special effects, and all that kind of goody stuff. But M3GAN 2.0, just because this film have a lowest budget, that doesn't mean this film will be a hit. No, this film is a flop. And of course, M3GAN 2.0 opened with $10.2 million domestically, and in comparison, the first film opened to $30 million domestically. And we got a message to the director, M3GAN 2.0 director, when he asked how many more sequel he think we will get. Oh heck no. If M3GAN 2.0 will be the lowest grossing out of the Blumhouse movie, yeah, I highly recommend you get that sequel out of here, because people do not want to see more sequel to the movie that IMDb people do not like at all. Well, it got an okay rating, but honestly, that doesn't change the fact that some people are not a huge fan of this M3GAN movie. And honestly, I love M3GAN. I love M3GAN. I love M3GAN, but it is not as good as the other horror film that came out in the past decade, like Shaun of the Dead, The Witch, and the upcoming of Senator, which is now on Max, and I'll definitely watch it for Halloween Review Week, and along with The Final Destination. But you know what? I'm gonna watch those two films for one about a month. But for me, I'm gonna watch Mad Max Fury Road open way for my Warner Brother month. So hope you get ready. So this is what the director said. I would not be surprised if there another 5 of these movies. Dude, don't give me another 5th M3GAN 2.0, because that would be a lot of M3GAN movie and people would get sick of tired of it. So let's check out the box office for M3GAN, the first movie. Yeah, the movie M3GAN was a box office hit. In 2023, it's opened to $30.4 million in the first weekend and went on gross over $180 million worldwide, and aging in a budget of only $12 million. And it was huge successful due to the strong word of mouth. And it was so successful, and the marketing did pretty awesome. Like, how on earth that happened, you ask? Well, M3GAN 2.0 was not in the number 1 chart. It got beaten by F1. How on earth that a racing movie, director of Top Gun Maverick, which is the best film that he ever did, and M3GAN 2.0 cannot even drive a car? Man, that is so pathetic. And of course, let's check out the top box office US. Yeah, I'm trying to be like Grace Randolph, which way better than her. Anyway, so F1 got a number 1 movie in America, weekend gross of $56 million, and total gross of $56 million, and week release is 1. So this film have now got released in theaters. So if you want to see F1, go see this film on Screen X, go see this film on D-Box, go see this film on 4DX, IMAX, and etc. But not D-Box, because I'm really thinking that F1 did not came out with D-Box. So I have no freaking idea what is D-Box. Can you tell me what the frick is D-Box? Whatever. And of course, the most was not trash on the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake, because Jack 21 Storm like it. So the same way I'm not gonna bash of the Snow White remake, I'm not gonna bash the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. So I'll take the what I just said about the most unnecessary. So I might give it a chance. Seriously, doubt that. The live action How to Train Your Dragon, the movie weekend gross of $19 million, and total gross is $200 million, and the week release is 3. Yup, this film is keep making bucks. And I can't say the same darn thing to the movie. I just think it's okay, and I think my rating would be even lower, like 5 out of 10, or even was a 4 out of 10. No. Anyway, so EWO, whatever you call it. Weekend gross is $11 million and 42. Honestly, weekend gross is $11 million and total grossness a $42 million. And the weekend release is 2. Yeah, how is that pathetic that F1 did a lot better job at the box office more than Ariel or Ariel, whatever you call it. And of course, M3GAN 2.0, which we did discuss this right now. Yeah, this film weekend gross is $10 million and total grossness is $10 million. And the weekend release is 1. Yeah, how's that pathetic that a M3GAN cannot even drive a car? Like, come on, you're a M3GAN. You can kick butt, you can kill people, but you cannot even drive a car, and you cannot even defeat the director who made Top Gun Maverick and Brad Pitt, and of course the actor that he was in Dune and the Little Mermaid live action remake. And I did not care what people said. I'm a huge defender of the Little Mermaid 2023. And yeah, sure, that film is not as good as much as the original film, but which film that you think is better, live action remake or a sequel? I prefer live action remake of the Little Mermaid more than the sequel that we got years ago. Yeah, screw that. Anyway, and 28 years later, weekend grossness is $9.7 million, and total grossness is $50 million. And the week release is 2. Lilo and Stitch remake, which, oh my lord, why this film is keep making money? Right, come on, this film is a cash grab. This film is a cash grab as much as The Lion King 2019. And how on earth are The Lion King 2019 is the highest grossing animated movie of 2019? Dude, please don't tell me that you forget Frozen 2 exists. Oh, it's because of Alec? Well, screw Alec, man. Screw his opinion of Frozen 2. His opinion of Frozen 2 is so biased. And honestly, if you don't like Frozen 2, guys, I can hear your opinion. As long you're not trying to be like Alec by putting Elsa doll in the toilet and putting Frozen 2 Blu-ray. You do, I swear to God, if you touch my 4K version of Frozen 2 and put them in the fire, I swear to God, I'm gonna call a cop on you, eh? So Lilo and Stitch remake, which I'm not excited watching that piece of crap. Anyway, so weekend grossness is $6.9 million, and total grossness is $400 million, and the weekend release is 6. Oh my lord. Just give me The Final Awakening. And speaking of that, and speaking of the awesomeness, Mission Impossible The Final Awakening, it have underperformed, sadly, because of Lilo and Stitch. Could you, Jumpy? Anyway, yeah, honestly, guys, so instead of saying could you Stitch, because I like Stitch is a very cute character as much as Rufus from Kim Possible. But honestly, doing to Disney did something bad to Jumpy and putting Jumpy as the main villain. I'm gonna say this, could you Jumpy? Well, I like the original Jumpy because the original Jumpy is a very likable character. But in the live action remake, yeah, he was threatening to kill Stitch. Like, seriously? You're supposed to be your uncle, not a freaking psychopath. So let's get The Final Awakening, which is Mature's favorite movie of the year, which I seriously doubt that. So this film weekend gross is $4.2 million, and total grossness is $186 million. And the week release is 6. So yeah, sadly, The Final Awakening has become box office flop. Like, how is that possible, you ask? Well, thanks to Lilo and Stitch nonsense. Yeah, The Final Awakening has become a box office underperformed, sadly. Yup, it's a dead awakening box office over again. Frick it. And of course, the one romantic comedy film that came out in 3 weeks ago, I think. I don't know. So this film is starring Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and of course the actor that he was in The Last of Us. So this film has weekend gross is $3 million, and total grossness is $300 million, and the week release is 3. So Ballerina, which is a John Wick spinoff, like how on earth that this film is not a flop? How on earth this film is not a flop? Like, come on, you have John Wick, you have John Wick, you have John Wick, and now this film is a flop. Well, it's because of the female lead movie. Shut the frick up. I do not want to hear none of your wokeness out of your freaking mouth. So Ballerina, which is a movie, which is a spin-off to John Wick, and of course, the digital is coming out pretty soon, and I'll be watching that for Lionsgate month. Not this month, next month, or honestly, I'm going to watch that on August, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wink, wink. Anyway, so weekend gross is $2.1 million, and the total grossness is $55 million, and the week release is 4. And last night released Karate Kid Legend. This movie weekend gross is $1 million, and total grossness is $52 million. And this film had got released of a week of 5 weeks. Yeah, this film got released in 5 weeks. Ballerina got released in 4 weeks. And the one romantic comedy film starring Dakota Johnson, and I am so glad that this film is doing a lot better than 50 Shades of Grey. No, let's not say that disgusting stuff. You know what? Just give me a 50 Shades Frozen for crying out loud. Anyway, I am so glad that this Dakota Johnson romantic comedy film is making a lot more money than Matter Web. Yeah, screw Matter Web. Matter Web can go fuck themselves for I kill. That one, Dakota Johnson romantic comedy film. This film got released in 3 weeks. The Final Awakening got released in 6 weeks. Lilo and Stitch live action remake, which I think is a cash grab or a piece of crap. Yeah, this film got released in 6 weeks. And 28 years later, this film got released in 2 weeks. M3GAN 2.0, which is the box office underperformed the flop. Yeah, this film got released in 1 week. Ariel got released in 2 weeks. How to Train Your Dragon live action remake got released in 3 weeks. And of course, F1 got released in 1 week. So fellas, that was my box office of F1 the movie and M3GAN 2.0. You know what? Let's call it M3GAN shut down because this film is underperformed, and there's absolutely no way in the right mind, in the freaking mind, that this film will become a box office hit. No, this film is a box office flop. I did not care what people said. And no, it's not because of fact that it's a female lead pushing female agenda. No, it's because they haven't marketed the film. Which I already know they marketed of the film, like they put Megan and Will wife. Honestly, I do not want to see Megan and Will wife, or else I would be, running as much as a goofy. So anyway, so yeah. So which film that you've seen this weekend? F1 the movie or M3GAN 2.0? Just let me know in the comment without spoiler territory. So stay tuned for my last live stream tomorrow night, which is none than my last live stream on June at 6 o'clock all the way to 10 o'clock, because I'm trying my best to make my live stream 2 hours. So yeah, and stay tuned for my Netto Buddy episodes, which is my buddy episodes of my Nick Hicks and his pal, or Nick Hicks and his buddy, whatever you call it. I don't want to call it Nick Hicks and his pal because I tried to do that. Yeah, my original file just got wasted, so yeah, it's in the dumpster file. So yeah. So if you want me to return to make a Super Robin Logan, because I'm trying my best to bring my old content to my new content. So yeah, in doing so, I have Elsa in my head because she's a very beautiful ice cream lady. And guys, I am not a simp. I'm not a simp. Quit calling me a simp. That's not very nice. A-hole. So you guys, so this is Nick Hicks Studio Lounge signing off, and even haven't seen these films, but I'm gonna say this right now. F1 the movie is doing a lot better job at the box office in the review more than M3GAN 2.0. M3GAN, I am so disappointed. You have potential to be a box office hit as a first film, but due to people did not like movie with female lead, which just sounds hypocrite. Like, come on, you're the same person who support Frozen 2, and you have Frozen 2, you have Elsa as the main lead. So don't give that reason why this film is a flop is because it's a female lead. Well, why in the world Frozen 2 is a hit? Yeah, that's what I thought. So nope, M3GAN 2.0 is not the reason why that this film is a flop, because of the fact that the people did not like female lead movie, which just sounds hypocrite, because why in the world you have Frozen 2 box office hit? So that sounds hypocrite. So quit being a hypocrite, people. Quit being a hypocrite. Make yourself stupid. So yeah, M3GAN 2.0, I am very disappointed with you. And yeah, I am not going to see this movie in Fatal Saturday. And instead of that, I'm just going to save my money to go see F1 the movie when I'm going on vacation. And this will be the very first ever I will watch this film on 4DX. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this is it. Now, goodbye.